We did just get the go in the SRL about 30 seconds ago, so it should catch up on Restream very soon, if not right now. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And our random save station will be Transport A access. So straight to the Great Temple with everybody today. Now, because elevators are randomized, well, actually, the Emerald Gate might not be. Yeah, the Emerald Gate is down since we are playing Elevator Randomizer. So our runners will be able to go ahead and immediately fight Alpha Splinter. So yeah, our runners are going to start with a completely vanilla Alpha Splinter fight, which is not the worst thing in the world, but it is not easy either. Dark Alpha Splinter does 20 damage on contact. We are also pleased to report that we do have a rescheduled date for the match between Bash Prime and Op82. That match from earlier this weekend had to be rescheduled. That match will now take place tomorrow night at the same time, actually, 9 p.m. Eastern, EDT. So we do invite you to join us for that. In order to get out of Great Temple, I'm pretty sure one of the next two items that's going to show up for either Alpha Splinter or Main Energy Controller will have to be Violet Translator. Maybe Light Beam and Amber Translator to get out of the Amber side. We will see. imzlow the first to get out of Alpha Splinter with Violet Translator in tow. Or with Violet Translator in tow. Sorry, I might have said Amber. And Umos's first item for us today is... Morph Ball Bombs. Fascinating. Which means... they will be able to, I think imzlow just waltzed right by that hint. They will be able to check Transport B access and go back to Transport A access for the item below the save station, since the Emerald door is down, as mentioned previously in Elevator Randomizer. The Seeker Launcher is in Transport B access, which imzlow is heading to right now. So... well, after getting this. So imzlow missing out on that hint, not the biggest deal. We get a cheeseburger underneath Transport A access save station. So our runners now have a power bomb, but the logic doesn't expect them to be able to use it yet. So we shall see how our runners and the logic take this into account. Alright, so Clyde getting the Seekers. And imzlow actually decided to not go to Transport B access, despite picking up those bombs. And I couldn't read that hint from imzlow. Unfortunately, my commentary stream quality tonight is not exactly brilliant. So my apologies. It was a joke hint, but it's talked about an item in a specific location, which means it does point to a non-expansion in Torvis Plaza. Thank you. So that is pretty important. We also see Clyde's first elevator taking us to the Transport A access elevator, taking us B access. Excuse me, taking us to Aegon, Transport access. imzlow seeing those Seeker missiles. So both of our runners able to start things off with their missiles. So with their current equipment, first order business is probably going to be to head towards Bomb Guardian. Now, I did not see what elevator imzlow took in Transport A access that dropped him out there. I'm actually going to try and get a notepad up so I can get the elevators remembered. Alright, so the item in Temple, in Transport Access is an energy tank. And Clyde is electing immediately to... oh, nope, just take a... I think he meant to save, but reflexively hit no. Oh, no, he is indeed save warping back to the Great Temple. To go pick up that cheeseburger. Oh, and yeah, apparently Clyde ran out of missiles. So he actually can't get out the door to Aegon. Although I'm surprised he didn't just go backwards through the portal. I'm also not sure if the sandbats drop missiles. Anywho. So Clyde's elevator took him to Temple Grounds. Looks like Taurus Quadrant? Okay. Unfortunately, yeah, there's not much Clyde can do since there are no, he doesn't have super missiles, so he cannot get to the ship, nor can he get to Torvus Quadrant itself. So it looks like Aegon is indeed the order of the day, but they do need a missile drop before proceeding here. This is a little bit... Oh! Clyde is erasing his file and starting from scratch. Fascinating. Yeah, I don't see the reason for that. Those light bulb enemies do drop missiles. Not sure what that was about. That is something I will try to ask him in the interview. Yeah, I was, So yeah, actually Zlow is still stuck because he's still looking for a missile. And he finally gets a drop. Let us proceed now. So yeah, with missiles, bombs, pretty much all we can do is we can at least check mining station access, and we can activate the Aegon portal now. So we could go to Dark Aether. Yeah, unfortunately, because it did cost 5 missiles to bust out of into Aegon transport access, that does unfortunately extinguish your entire missile supply. And the item in mining station access is a missile tank. Finally, some extra missiles. Clyde's probably going to go back for the energy tank in Transport A access, especially since no suits, pretty much no anything. But I'm still going to give us a new check here. We're going to see the Aegon entrance elevator. And this takes us to, looks like, Temple Grounds. This is the Aegon Gate. So it's a vanilla elevator, actually. Again, just making a note of that on my notepad here, because I'm going to need this. Let's see, Light Beam is in Temple Assembly Site, which is perfectly gettable with the bombs. And just a missile tank in the elevator. So yeah, it does seem like the port of call for now is to do your early Temple Assembly Site sweep. And there is a Sky Temple key in a Cursed Lake. Unfortunately, imzlow is going to have to go around the crate here to scan the switch. Alright, so imzlow going for Temple Assembly Site is going to get the Light Beam. Next up is the storage, unless he picked that up already and I totally wasn't looking, but it looks like it was just another missile. Or it might not have been, he might have not checked it yet. Energy tank in Dynamo, in the Temple Dynamo. I believe imzlow did not check this item here in Portal Access A, and it is the actual missile launcher. It was a light tank in storage. Thank you, chat. Alright. imzlow's next port of call is going to be to check the communications area, which has... that looks important. It is a suit. Sub-assembly required. Nice one, chat. But yeah, Dark Suit early is really good news because we're now just a Super Missiles and Dark Beam away from being probably logically able to check Sky Temple hints, although we actually kind of need Space Jump too, now that I think about it. Actually, no, we don't. We can get to Torvis Quadrant without space jump. We just have to save warp to the Great Temple. Now, with a double bomb jump, it is not an issue to go ahead and get main power bombs from GFMC compound. And imzlow is going to dupe that, so that's going to give him 4 power bombs to play with. Meanwhile, Clyde decided to go to the energy controller and get space jump boots. So yeah, very interesting both routes so far playing out. Now Clyde has elected to kind of wait on the Bomb Guardian for a second, just in case something useful came out of the temple. Not a bad play. Now here's a fun fact I learned recently. With Seeker missiles, it is possible to one-shot Bomb Guardian if all 5 missiles connect. Because Bomb Guardian does have exactly 150 HP, pretty much. Ideally, what you actually want to do is use a regular power beam shot, then immediately start charging your Seekers. There should be just enough time to do so. imzlow is now going up the Aegon Quadrant elevator, and this takes us to, it looks like, Lower Torvis, which we cannot get past. And he gets Spider Ball. My. So again, both directions giving out different benefits to our runners. And it looks like imzlow is just going to power bomb the... Oh, I think he forgot to open the switches in industrial site here. And to clarify something in chat, Light Beam does work on Bomb Guardian, but you have to shotgun it at close range. But only on the face, after you've stunned him. Doesn't work on the tail. Alright, so Clyde is now going to open the way to Dark Aegon. Now with Space Jump Boots in tow, this is going to be a significantly easier traversal. And with Spider Ball in tow, he can also throw in Junction Sight. Clyde having a little bit of trouble with these Dark Pirates. I believe they have 150 HP, so they have a lot of HP compared to regular Pirates, which I think only have 60. Alright, imzlow going to give us a look at the Sanctuary Gate elevator. There we go. Here's a hint read here. Dark Visor can be found in Crossroads in Dark Aegon, so it is Boost Ball locked. And Dark Beam locked, which because we're still missing that. Those Lumineth turrets are pretty dangerous. They do deal 20 damage per hit, and it looks like this takes us to Aegon. So, Sank Gate takes us to Aegon Temple. So that's actually two Aegon elevators that take us to Temple Grounds. So if the runners want to go around, going to Aegon is not going to be the answer. Now, I missed if imzlow picked up the item in Ventilation Area A. Did not see what that was. You did not check that. Okay, thank you, chat. Can you use Screw Attack if you get it before Space Jump? To answer a question, chat. Yes, you can, but your Y-coordinate has to be higher than the Y-coordinate, 0 Y-coordinate of the map. It's kind of weird. I think chat can explain that better than I can. And to answer another question in chat, the elevators are randomized two-way. So the elevators will always go to the same locations between each other, and they are between two separate areas. So a Temple Grounds elevator will not take you to another section of Temple Grounds. Clyde has elected not to try and cheese Jump Guardian and fight it as intended. Unfortunately, no light beam from Temple Assembly Site is going to make this fight take a bit of time. Normally about 30-ish light beam shots and down goes Jump Guardian, but without that, it's the hard way. And it looks like Zlo is taking that space jump and going to do a labs play. We have got some really big divergence from our runners so far. Because our runners have been going pretty much every which way, all of which have yielded some form of progression, although despite Clyde's reset earlier. Clyde's advantage to imzlow right now is that he has Spider Ball from the... I'm actually trying to remember where Spider Ball was. But Zlo's advantage is that he's got Light Beam and Dark Suit. Bomb Guardian, thank you, chat. Usually I'm good about remembering stuff like that, but stranger things have happened. Jump Guardian containing an Aegon key. We have not received our boss hints yet. So we don't know, and we haven't gotten the best look at Mining Plaza yet, so we do not know if a Morbus is required. Looks like an energy tank in Junction Site. And Clyde's going to pick that up. Yeah, two E-tanks with Various Suit is not too bad. You ideally want 3 if you're going to do Various Suit, Dark World Traversal, although Clyde doesn't realize this, but there's a suit in fairly close proximity to his routing. Getting a look at labs here. I have no idea what that was in Command Center. Looks like he's going for it, though. It is our boost ball. Fascinating. So both ball upgrades in Aegon. This is starting to turn out to be a pretty stacked Aegon, all things considering. We're just super missiles away from being able to check Storage C. And with Boost Ball Seekers in tow, we're just a Dark Beam away from Mining Station B. But yeah, we're still missing a couple of very interesting pieces of the puzzle. As mentioned previously, we're still missing Dark Beam, so we still don't have proper Dark World access. Now, Dark Beam could be at GFMC Compound, as we have now defeated Jump Guardian. Or, Clyde has defeated Jump Guardian, I should say. Alright, so now Clyde's starting to kind of play a little follow the leader here with imzlow. And yeah, without proper Dark World access, we do not have access to Doomed Entry or Feeding Pit. Or, in Cache 1, I should say. Yeah, Feeding Pit, we kind of need Light Suit. Let's see what imzlow decides to do next, if he's going to go back to Central Mining Station to check the item and key bearer, or it looks like he's going to instead proceed inwards towards sand processing and bioenergy production. Sand processing he can do with Boost Ball, but Storage B he's going to have to leave behind since we're missing Dark Beam. Chat's kappaing, but we could actually have a vanilla Dark Beam here. And much like all of us, imzlow accidentally pressing start thinking that's a cutscene. It's okay, I do it all the time. Getting a look at the top of bioenergy production, it is just a missile tank. imzlow's got to be a little careful dealing with these arrow pirates. He is down to just 100 energy. But it looks like he's good. Now, even though Dark Beam is has not been found yet, getting that Dark Ammo tank is not necessarily a bad idea, because if you do so and you pick up Annihilator Beam, you can use that Dark Ammo to fire regular Annihilator Beam shots without having to charge it up. But it looks like imzlow is electing to pass that up for the time being and just go straight out towards sand processing. Now, imzlow's got to watch out for the yeet beams here, because not only do they yeet you around the, especially on the top there, but they do, I think it's 1 damage per 2 frames you're stuck in it. To answer question chat, no, Annihilator Beam does not grant ammo passively upon pickup, unlike Dark and Light, which give you 50. However, if you find an ammo tank, then Annihilator, you can use that ammo. Alright, looks like imzlow's next port of call is going to be Dark Samus 1. Now, as far as I'm aware, If Dark Beam's not here in sand processing, this might have to be a vanilla Dark Beam, because I'm trying to think of what else we could get right now. We don't have Screw Attack, so we can't get, I'm still passed up on Ventilation Area A, so as far as we know, Dark Beam could just be chilling in there. But let's see how sand processing decides to play. imzlow unfortunately learning that you should not be boosting inside that ramp, because for whatever reason it has the properties of the half-pipe where occasionally you just stop. So yeah, imzlow's in a bit of a peculiar situation here going to Dark Samus 1, because if this is not Vanilla Dark Beam, he's going to have to do a bomb space jump to get out. Also, hi Dark Samus, bye Dark Samus.
Okay, I'm here.
Hello Stitch Lord, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stitch Lord into the booth with me. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Sorry it took so long. I had to fix some mic issues.
No worries, no worries. And that's not Dark Beam, and the door just locked on imzlow, and he's gonna have to save. Wrong Dark Weapon. Which I think does mean that Dark Beam itself is in Ventilation Area A. Because we are playing on it. This is a no tricks difficulty seed, so we will not be seeing. We are not expected to do bomb space jumps.
Yeah, or any like wall crawls.
No, wall crawling, no tricks are expected, besides maybe a couple of double bomb jumps, but that's about it.
Aren't double bomb jumps restricted to trivial difficulty?
For the most part, yes.
Except for intended double bomb jumps, like.
Right.
Asder, yes, there is a setting that lets you shuffle Charge Beam. It's not recommended because if you run out of ammo without Charge Beam, then you're screwed.
Yeah, because you can't charge up your you can't do uncharged shots out of ammo with a beam if you don't have charge, so yeah, that could be a problem. But yeah, so as far as Dark Beam is concerned, yeah, it's gotta be Ventilation Area A. I'm trying to think of where else it could be. Actually, we have Power Bombs and Spider Ball, but I think we've seen Mining Station A already, and I don't think it was Dark Beam. Oh, Clyde's going to face DS1 as well.
Do they have Power Bombs?
He does. No, actually, no, he doesn't. The main power bomb was at GFMC compound, which Clyde did not go to yet. He elected to pass up on the temple checks and stay in Aegon for the most part. He also, I'm trying to think, there was a cheeseburger somewhere too. I'm trying to remember exactly where it was. Clyde did a weird move at the start of the game where he just deleted and reset his save.
I saw that. I didn't know like why he did that. We'll have to ask him about that after the race.
Yeah. Yeah, normally you would just powerbomb him, but Dark Samus, but not the case here.
Each time Dark Samus does one of those attacks, it's really annoying because she's invincible. So what it's often good to do is shoot a missile, because then she'll pull up the shield. Or if you can't pull a missile, then run into her, as long as you have the health to spare.
Right. Now, again, Clyde cannot accidentally go pick up that Dark Burst unless he wants to get soft locked.
No! Okay.
Yeah, he's got to know that's not Dark Beam. Ooh, and imzlow missing the head with the power bomb, so he's going to have to try again.
I think it would probably be faster to go just lay a bomb, leave, and then get a power bomb drops off the kids in the temple access.
The Shriek Bats, yeah. That's a really good way to actually reload on pretty much anything, but it looks like he's electing to do this the fight as intended. But yeah, I think Clyde also doesn't have light beams, so he can't get to ventilation area A. So he's actually in big trouble. He's got a bomb space jump out.
Does he know the bomb space jump?
I'm not sure. Again, the logic isn't expecting him to bomb space jump, so...
What is he looking for?
Clyde needs to find a way out of this room. That spider ball track's not active until the room reloads, so... Yeah, he's trying to find a way to get on top of this, but you can only do that with a bomb space jump. Pretty much.
Did he save before,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, this... Do we know if he knows how to BSJ, or...?
I don't know for sure.
I think he probably would have tried it if he did.
Yeah, unfortunately, Chad is saying he did not save before sand processing.
No.
That could be really bad news. This could set him back quite a number of minutes.
That's tragic.
So, 21 minutes in game time, and that's after 10 minutes, so it couldn't have been too long. He's in Aegon. Oh, we did save before sand processing. Okay. So
the
he's
same
fine.
deal as Law.
But yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of... Clyde's got a little bit of time to try and figure this out, because now imzlow is going to go do the dark Aegon checks that Clyde did. So runners kind of, again, following in each other's footsteps for a little bit here. So Clyde now needs to go and get light beam back, or get light beam from Temple Assembly Site. Once that's done, he can go to what we assume is ventilation area A, is where the dark beam is currently parked. Let me check the other elevators we've seen so far. Actually, with Boost Ball and Seeker Missiles, we can check Hall of Honor dead. Because we can get to Torvus Quadrant through the Temple Transport Emerald side. And again, in Entrance Randomizer, that elevator is down. Or that gate is down. Alternatively, they can just save warp, but that is Dark Visor up in Crossroads, as per mentioned in the hint previously. Ooh, imzlow trying to do a bomb space jump to get to that Dark Visor without having to go back. Ooh, really close there.
Screw attack for that.
Yeah, he was really close. It looks like he was short by about a foot or two or so.
Is it possible to do that without screw attack? I know in the light world you do need screw attack.
Well, in the light world you just need boost ball.
Well, if you want a BSJ to it.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. We're getting a central... actually, we've already gotten this from Clyde, or from imzlow, rather, excuse me. Credit for tenacity, though. Okay, so it's a dark ammo tank in Central Mining Station. We're going to get a key bearer check for Battleground, which is... a suit. The other suit. So we have a very early light suit, ladies and gentlemen. And that light suit is perfectly in logic right now. Actually, no, it is not. We are still missing Dark Beam. Or Super Missiles. Super Missiles can get us there through Warrior's Walk. But we know about Dark Visor now, so it is just a matter of finding a way to get to Battleground. imzlow still trying to get this triple bomb space jump, but this has unfortunately cost him a considerable amount of time, of which Clyde is going to start making up as soon as he goes to Temple Assembly Site.
Does Zlo know if this is this possible? Or is he like trying like custom?
I think he's deliberately trying custom, because normally what you're supposed to do is, use Boost Ball in the light world, but
He doesn't have the Dark Beam.
Oh, that's right. Actually, so yeah, we're still missing Dark Beam for this whole thing. He just really wants it now.
You're pretty sure it's possible? Okay.
So yeah, Clyde's gonna start getting some items here. But yeah, as far as like where Dark Beam could be, or where our next progression item could be, we are down to Ventilation Area A, and I
think Zlo's giving up on this.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, we're down to Vent Area A and Hall of Honor dead.
Have they checked Space Jump Guardian?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like it. I can see it on the minimap.
Yeah, Clyde checked it, and I'm not sure if Zlo checked it. I don't think he did. Yeah, Zlo didn't.
Zlo's been here on the minimap, though.
He's been here, but the white dot
he doesn't.
Still there, yeah.
I forgot that they have, the map has the entire map is revealed, so...
Yes.
Yeah, he has not gotten this.
Yeah, the entire map is revealed, but something that was a feature in Prime 3 that got carried over to the Prime 2 randomizer is that the white dots, there are white dots now that tell you where items are. Alright, so yeah, Zlo is electing to cheese this fight by shooting at Jump Guardian's unloaded, ungraphically loaded hitbox. But yeah, that's Clyde's light beam. But yeah, Jump Guardian himself had an Aegon key. And again, we have no boss hints yet. So yeah, the seed is starting to get quite interesting. We're not actually missing a whole lot of items, but the items that we are missing are locking out a fairly large portion of the game here. We got a reliquary hint, and it is for a expansion, as it usually is. Ooh, imzlow finding Amber Translator in Trial Tunnel.
Did Clyde check that?
I did not check that, actually. Because, yeah, he never went back. If he did, he would have gone back to Sand Cache or checked the various Amber hints throughout Aegon, which he has not done.
Sand Cache can't be gotten without Dark Beam.
Sand Cache is in the light world.
Yeah, but you need Dark Beam. Oh, wait, no, the light or the Dark World version of that is a Dark Beam.
And that's a save station.
What am I saying?
That's all right.
Is Clyde gonna check the ship?
Probably on the way out.
Yeah, okay, he's checking it now. No, don't be an Agon Key. No!
Oh boy.
What if Dark Beam is on AIM Orb?
If Hall of Honor Dead or Vent Shaft A, or Vent Area A rather, is indeed a Dark Aegon key, you are absolutely right. That is a very distinct possibility. Or Sandcash for that matter. imzlow is going to have access to a considerable amount of intel, though. I believe there are 5 Amber Hints in Aegon total.
I think Zlo should probably just call it quits on that BSJ.
Yeah, he has.
One time I had a seed where all 3 bosses were required.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really bad.
Dang.
Both quad and light suit were Sky Temple keys. And then
Oh,
it was also a
jeez.
Sky Temple key. And then one of the Torvis Temple keys was a Morb.
Oh my goodness. That's terrible. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that hint for the folks at home is that imzlow picked up was just talking about the key Clyde just picked up at GFMC, so kind of thanks game, but it is new intel for Zlow.
Or if this is Dark Beam. Come on.
It's either
Dark
going to be Dark Beam or an Aegon key.
No!
Oh, that's really bad news. That is
Really...
really bad news for both of our runners. This could very well be Dark Beam on a Morbus right now.
No, don't be Dark Beam on a Morbus.
I'm actually really surprised they haven't gone to Ventilation Area A yet.
I think imzlow's probably going to go to Vent Area A. And then, either that or is he going to go to GFMC now?
I'd be surprised if he went to GFMC now. Warning, Dark Aether's atmosphere is dangerous. Energized safe zones do not last forever. Oh, Clyde's taking a really dangerous play here, going for the Sacred Path elevator. And this takes us to...
I was about to say that it's actually possible to get out of here if you do the secret world, but you need a BSJ for the secret world.
Looks like Temple Transport Amber. The Dark Beam can be found in Dark Aegon Wastes. Oh,
that's a Morb.
I think it is Dark Beam on a Morbus. What other Dark Aegon checks have we missed?
Do they have supers? No.
No.
Yeah, it's a Morb.
Unless supers are in Hall of Honor Dead, and this is a big fat debate.
Actually, yeah, supers could be Hall of Honor Dead, and then it could be Warrior's Walk.
And again, we're still missing Ventilation Area A too. So yeah, we're gonna have to see how Clyde figures this out.
Does this elevator lead back to where does that elevator lead?
It led back to Sacred Path, and again, that doesn't work, so he's gonna have to save and quit again. Looks like Zlow is going straight for GFMC compound. Oh, he's checking Hall of Honor Dead first.
Please say that's supers.
And if it's not supers, we could be in big trouble here. Oh, Clyde's save is back when he soft locked before Dark Samus. It's a
No.
Sky Temple
it's a
key and
Sky
Hall
Temple
of Honor
key.
dead.
Okay.
And since Dark Beam can't be in Ventilation Area A, it's Dark Beam on a Morbus. I don't believe it. Unless it's Super's in
No.
Vent Area A and it's Warrior's Walk. Actually, Super Missiles is gonna give us a lot of things right now because, actually, I
It
just
unlocks
realized.
the far side of it unlocks the far side of Dark Pirate Fortress.
Yeah, so then we can check Doomed Entry, Battleground, and,
Doesn't Imzlow have Seekers?
he does. He's low on missiles, but I think he's doing it for swag because this can at least get him back to Torvis Quadrant. Otherwise, he needs super
Does
missiles.
he want to go to Torvis Quadrant? Like,
I think he wants to get back to Aegon, or at least back to a save station. Although the ship's right here, so.
should we switch
So,
to Zlow's?
yeah, I'm
yep.
working on it right now. Actually, you're way ahead of me. Never mind. Expansion in Defiled Shrine.
No, don't warp to start because he needs to go check. He needs to go get GFMC compound.
He's probably not going to warp to start. Yeah, he saved intentionally to reload. He's probably going to check the hive chambers.
Oh yeah. That's probably a good check.
So I gotta walk back Clyde's tracker here because Clyde lost a lot of things. He's about to go get that Sky Temple key. He kept his boost ball. I think he got Spider Ball first too, so he's got both of his ball upgrades.
Does he have GFMC compound?
He doesn't have the power bombs anymore.
Okay. In that case, he did not get GFMC compound, so he's
Dark
back to
Missile
one Agon key. What was that?
Dark Missile Trooper had a Sky Temple key.
Oh. How many is low at now? 2?
He's at 2. Yes. Clyde is also down that dark suit, unfortunately.
Oh no, I don't think Clyde knows how to do the puzzle.
No, he did. He just did it in a reverse order, essentially.
Oh.
There's a couple different ways you can do it. Another Sky Temple key in Hive Chamber B. What is this, logic? Uh-oh, Clyde's out of missiles.
Kill the birds.
This is, wow, this seed is just rude in practically every shape or form. Yeah, Clyde's
So
gonna have to...
With the birds, you want to, like, kind of get underneath them and then shoot along. That maximizes the chance of one of your shots connecting.
Yeah, and there's a missile drop there now, so he's, Clyde's at least got one shot at this. Okay, he got it. Oh, Clyde's light beam is gone too. Good point. Thank you, chat.
I think the most annoying seeker missile doors, I'd say, are probably the one in Torvis Temple is really annoying.
Yeah, the Torvis Temple elevator Aegon.
Hydro Dynamo Station is really annoying.
That's the worst one in my book.
One time, when I was playing casually, I wasted like 70 missiles on that.
Oh my god. Alright, Clyde's gonna get his double Sky Temple Key treasure trove out of the Hive Chambers, while Zlow is going to give us a look at Grand Wind Chamber. And also get that third Aegon key, so he's probably thinking of Morbus.
Why did Clyde not use the power bomb on DM2?
He might have been out. Did he?
No.
Oh, he had a power bomb, so maybe not.
Even if he wasn't, it'd probably be faster to to shoot one of the crates. Because if you have 0 power bombs, I believe you get an 80% chance to get a power bomb.
It's something along that line. It's a very high chance.
Yeah,
That
so
looks
unlike
like
Prime 1, the drops in this game actually care about you.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're low on something, it has a higher chance to do it.
Wow.
Let me see if I can get the drop table.
imzlow being a bit of a daredevil there and trying to do Grand Wind Chamber with the pirates on his tail, but it's only for a missile expansion in the gateway, and I believe it was a cheeseburger in Grand Wind Chamber. Definitely a cheeseburger. Actually, leaving the pirates alive might not necessarily be a bad idea because those missiles give quite the yeet.
Only if they knock you in the right direction, though. If they knock you off the platform repeatedly, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, now he's getting
Portal
rid of
is of Luminoth origin. Go to Agon region for more data.
Even the hint system is telling him, "Hey, go to Amorbus." That's kind of funny.
You know, actually, that might be like a neat feature if they made it so that the hint system, like, follows the the logic route.
That would be interesting, but
Not sure
you'd have
how.
to ask Darkseer about that one.
Yeah.
And I think Clyde just realized the hint system is still on too. All right, we're getting some new information.
Turn off hint.
Oh wait, no, this isn't new. Never mind.
Why is he not checking vent area A?
He's had Oh yeah, why isn't he going to vent area A?
He literally was just in vent area A.
He might. He can't go to mineshaft. He might just be rushing Amorbus. He's like not even gonna guess because he knows Dark Beam is in Dark Aegon, and well, yeah. Again, the only saving grace is if that one item, this case being super missiles, is in vent area A. Meanwhile, Clyde's slowly retrieving his lost gear. Yeah, it is possible, but that Dark Beam can be in other spots, but it's not the most likely. Yeah, in cache 4 is locked out. And yeah, imzlow does have all the keys, so yeah, we're looking at an Amorbus play here. So now the next $1 million question is, what comes next after Amorbus? Because if it were me, I'd go looking for super missiles. Because that's all you're looking for Sky Temple key hints. Now, with over 60 light beam ammo, imzlow should have no trouble with this fight. Under ideal circumstances, you only need 60 light B ammo.
Actually, if you do the skip, you can get away with 50.
That's very true.
Basically, what you do is you use a charged. For the first round, you do it as normal. For the second round, what you do is you use charged light beam shots on both heads, and then very quickly boost into one, lay a bomb, and boost into the other and lay a bomb. And then for the third round, you do that one as normal, and it skips one of the worms.
Right. And I think
you have to be careful. If you do the whole like double up where you do 2 light shots then 2 bombs, if you do that on the third round, then you soft lock because the cutscene to end the fight never triggers.
Yeah, you want to be a little careful about that. But I think there was actually a power bomb in the air when in the first phase when Morbus was flailing about, and I think imzlow picked up that power bomb drop.
Annihilator on a Morbus would be hyperclassed.
If it is Annihilator on a Morbus, and it still puts all those other Dark Beam locations we mentioned earlier into play, so it could very well be. If anything, that could be a blessing in disguise, because that's one big item you don't need to go searching for later, because there are a lot of places Annihilator Beam can be hiding.
Yeah, and Dark Beam's already confirmed to be an add-on. Dark add-on, sorry.
And I think Clyde's headed for Vent Area A.
I think did Zlo get the skip? I think he did.
Yes, he did. Nicely done. And there it is. Dark Beam on a Morbus.
Hyperclass. Is that something good? He's getting bullied by the
bug, yeah. And that is Sonic Boom. And here well, it's a missile combo, but not the one we're looking for. All right, let me just add one Morbus to my boss tally. So with that Dark Beam in tow, that now puts the Dark Visor into logic, as well as the Light Suit that is in Battleground. Which I believe Zlo did get that hint, so I would wager that's his next stop. He actually... No, he's just regular saving. I would think he might have save warped to labs. Because that actually isn't a bad idea. Actually, wait, no. They save warping takes him to Great Temple. Sorry, I'm thinking of my seat earlier today. That took him to... my start point was Dark Pirate Labs. I guess Zlo did not get that hint. My apologies, chat. Even still, I would wager Zlo is going to still check that neck of the woods. He is still committing to this BSJ.
No, just go into the teleporter.
Remind me again. Oh, you know what Clyde also has got to do? He's got to go to Trial Tunnel to go get Amber for the other key.
Oh no.
Oh,
that's gonna be hyper trage.
That is bad news. Cause yeah, it just hit me. Cause yeah, the one key was in I didn't get a good look at Mining Station A. It looked like a light tank, but either way, it didn't look important. I think I think Clyde just realized he hasn't done Trial Tunnel. So, it's just hitting him. Ooh, don't get thrown off the thing. It's happened to me before. Anywho, so with Dark Visor in tow, again, yeah, that's the light suit. So with light suit, actually, you know where our next progression could be? Fortress transport access. Oh, Chad brings another good point. Feeding pit, which is actually really convenient because it's right on the way past. It's right next door. Routed in within cache 1.
What could feeding pit be?
Progression, because we have light suit, or we know where light suit is, and it's perfectly in logic. And we've already seen 4 Sky Temple keys now. Is it 4 or 3? Because I know we saw the 2 Hive Chambers, and we saw the Hive Chambers, and we saw Hall of Honor dead.
He can check all of 3 of the items here. That's just a thing.
Yep,
yeah,
light
he's gonna
tank.
go check the other 2.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense to do this now because you have access to 2 items, you have a hint, and a not very commonly, a very easily overlooked hint too.
Is that a S? No, that's not an STK.
That's an energy tank.
Yeah. And then please say he remembers to go check. Oh, and there's an STK.
Oh, there's our 4th one.
Check the hint. No!
He is not checking the hint. Oh boy. Yeah, that's Clyde's thanks game hint.
Wait, if he has Amber and he has all 3 Agon keys, why doesn't he?
I don't think Clyde. Oh, did Clyde pick up Amber? Yeah, he did. You're right.
Yeah, he just did the thanks game.
Did he go back to get the Aegon key on the ship?
Did he go back? He has the power bombs, so I don't know if he went back.
But yeah, he's got to have all 3 keys. Yeah.
Oh no, ZK Onyx, no.
Oh, he might not. I gotta see him open his map up again because that'll tell me if he's got all 3 keys. If he didn't know about the ship one, he knows about it now. And now imzlow's getting that dark burst.
No.
He's confirming his key count real quick, I think.
Come on, have all 3. No.
Oh no, he got 2. He forgot the one at GFMC. All right, fixing. Ay.
This is tragic.
Yeah, so now what imzlow's got to do is reload this room to get the the spider ball tracks to work, and B, the key bearer hint to show up. Because the Dark Oasis hint is pretty important because the Dark Oasis ink cache will not load until you pick up the item from Powerbomb Guardian, but it looks like he's electing to skip that and go straight to Doomed Entry.
Yeah, so the optimal strat here is first you check Light Beam, and then you check Battleground, and then where is he going?
Good question. Because it's not in cache 2. Needs Annihilator for that one.
There's actually no reason to go back here if you're not
He
checking.
might be getting an ammo refill, which, fair enough. He's low on light ammo, and Battleground is kind of light ammo intensive if you don't
He has
use the
he has the
light
power.
fields.
He has the power bombs, and also you can literally just use dark beams. So like, no, don't do it. No.
Yeah, I think he just realized,
Yeah, he just
his
realized. Okay.
mistake there. Strange play indeed.
Yeah, I remember I used to go like all the way around, but then I realized like, unless you have Annihilator, there's nothing back there. And so if you have Light Beam, it's like strictly better to go this way. Now we know that for their routing decisions, it's actually better to check Battleground first because we know that Light Suit is there. But because then he can check the power bomb expansion in this room. But he doesn't know that, and given that it's not likely that Light Suit is soon, it's best to make this check now.
Yeah. In Cache 1 just giving us more missiles.
Rooms like this and Trial Tunnel, if they're just expansions, they're not really that
Intrusive.
they're a lot slower to get than you would expect because they unload the room behind them. So
Right.
even if it only takes like a second to go get it, you have to sit there for 7 seconds waiting for it to load. Okay, now he's gonna go check Battleground and get his light suit.
And that is an Inghive key in Doomed Entry. Not
Yeah.
pretty much useless.
Inghive keys
although-
are actually useless outside of like NSJ.
Yeah, no, imzlow's got Dark Visor. He's gonna see the he's gonna see that suit and probably immediately want to go grab it. Once this ink cache stops floating around. And yep, he sees it's a suit.
What was the thing that's in the Battleground?
I can't see, unfortunately, so I don't know. And down he goes. It's an energy tank. Ooh, imzlow electing to try a bomb space jump to get back up to that right side platform. As Clyde gets that other key.
Now Clyde does know that this is light suit. So
Yes.
after he does that, he's probably gonna like after he kills Amorb, he's probably gonna like head straight for this. Okay, I think if I were imzlow, I would probably not do this fight. I think he might just be like thinking he's low on energy. He is doing the cool power bomb strat though. So.
Yeah. And the nice thing is the Ing pathing isn't brilliant, so the majority of them will fall straight into those light fields.
Yeah. It's actually like if you time all of your shots optimally, you can like do this fight in like less than 10 seconds. That fight was pretty solid.
Yeah, not too bad.
Okay. imzlow is opting not to check the power bomb expansion in feeding pit.
Okay. I mean, granted, you might kind of get tunnel visioned a little bit after just picking up light suit, and everybody's probably... imzlow and Clyde are both probably making kind of specific gambles here right now. because in Clyde's case in particular, he's lost a lot of time because he's had to reset 3 times. And in imzlow's case, it took him a little. He last location is Dark Beam and soft locked on DS1. Let's see. Key Bearer. Dark Oasis gives us an energy tank. Thank God. That's one boss we can take off the table.
Not necessarily. It could be main power bombs can be something. No. Did we get it to see what that is?
Not really.
The optimal strat here is to you do a ghetto off the Luminoth corpse, and you get it out really easy, and you can see exactly what it is. And if it's like a key, you can actually scan it from out of bounds to figure out which key it is.
Yeah, the other thing is keys kind of stick out in that casing, but instead it is just dark ammo.
Do we know if... Do they have to fight Chick?
We do not know. We haven't actually gotten any boss hints, which are guaranteed in the hint pool. But they might just be behind an Emerald or Cobalt hint at this point, because I think we've seen all... Actually, no, we didn't see the Mining Station B hint. But I think that's the only hint that's unaccounted for right now for Violet and Amber.
What about the one in staging grounds? Staging area? The Torvis side elevator.
I'm trying to remember.
Meeting grounds.
Oh, yeah, we haven't seen that one yet. You're right, that's the only other Violet hint.
Oh, and there's Emerald.
Translators.
Okay.
Emerald Translator and Storage B right behind Dark Beam. Oh, that is so rude.
Dude.
Because
Clyde, why is Clyde not using Light Beam? Or Seekers?
Good question.
So, the fastest way to kill each of these guys is to do a one-charged light shot. If you don't have enough light ammo, five missiles can do it as well. So you would just charge them while he's like poking his head up in the ground.
Yeah, I think the plates have 150 HP total. I gotta grab the HP tables list later.
No, during rounds 2 and 3, it's especially important that you damage very fast. Otherwise,
this happens.
Yeah, it's really slow, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's like if that happens, like.
Yeah, the
What
way
I
you
tend
can
to do is when that happens, I just put the controller down.
That's one way to do it. I mean, especially since Clyde has Dark Suit, there really is no reason for him to be in any danger, because normally you're fighting this boss with 2 E-Tanks and, 2 E-Tank Various Suit?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright, looks like imzlow has elected to reset, and I think it's time we finally bust into some new territory here.
Probably gonna go check the Torvis elevator, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yep.
Temple Transport Amber, where did this take us? Now, this is going to take him to, actually, he can't go...
Sacred
Actually, he can. And yeah, this is perfectly fine. He's got Dark Visor.
He's got Dark Visor, he's got Light Suit. You can actually... There is a strat to go check Reliquary without Light Suit, but it's pretty bad.
And we know Reliquary is an expansion, so...
Yeah. Does he know that?
I think so. He could also check Phazon grounds as well, because that actually only needs Dark Visor since there's invisible platforms.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to wait a bit on profane path, though. So yeah, as far as our ability to check everything mode, we are missing both visors, a can swing. Actually, I just realized Phase on Grounds is non-logic because we do not have a can swing.
Well, it's pretty easy. You just BSJ.
Yeah.
Is that something good? No, it looks like a missile expansion.
I think so, yeah.
I don't think imzlow knows that it's just expansion. Because he is going to check this.
Okay.
There's no real danger, though, because he does have light suit.
Yeah, this will be an easy check at the very least.
Checking this with without light suit, it requires you to be very precise with your inputs. You need to know exactly where to go to minimize the amount of time inside the
It's
thing.
it's the early newborn of Prime 2.
Yeah, basically. It's I'd say it's probably easier than early newborn. If you're just trying to pop the tank. Oh, did something happen?
Frozen. I don't know if that's his stream or his game crashed. We're not seeing anything in the SRL, so I'm going to switch to Clyde's audio just to be safe.
I think it's his stream because he's his timer also stopped.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with you on that one. Alright, so apparently, Clyde has taken the, or Clyde has elected to take the energy. I don't think we got the best view of Mining Plaza, so I have no idea what's in there. He might have just been doing that as sort of a safety, just in case Mining Plaza has something.
I'm pretty sure Zlow checked it and then opted not to take the energy. So while we don't know, Zlow probably knows, and because he didn't go for it, we can infer that it probably wasn't anything good. No.
Alright, so yeah, we will work to get, we are working to get Slow back for you folks, so hang tight on that front. We are working on it. I think he just realized he had Dark Visor this time. Oh wait, that's Clyde, not Slow. Never mind. Now, a little bit of a downside to taking the energy is that you do now have to dodge these Dark Pirates, and these Dark Pirates are nasty.
The bigger problem with taking the energy is now he has to go return it.
Actually, in Randomizer, he doesn't.
He does. If you use Warp to start, then you get soft locked outside.
Oh, really?
Yes.
There
are no secret worlds in here. For Sanctuary and for Torvis, there are secret worlds you can do. There's one secret world in Torvis and 2 in Sanctuary, but there are no secret worlds in the elevators of Agon. So if you don't return the energy and you use Warp to start, then you're gonna have a bad time.
Oh my. Yeah, I thought the shield that keeps you from hitting the elevator rooms don't go up in Randomizer. Alright, so Clyde went back for Dark Visor.
I think Zlow's internet died because he's now offline on Discord. So it's likely that his internet died. Oh
dear.
Yeah, hopefully he's... I don't think he can local record.
Actually, imzlow is no longer in the SRL room either. I just realized. Alright, anyway, let's see where Clyde's next port of call is. He's got to actually do the same sequence as previously, and he's got to do the same sequence as previously and crack away at the light suit feeding pit, the light suit sequence that imzlow did earlier.
I wonder if Zlow even knows that his internet has gone down, because he's not online on mobile on Discord, so I think if he knew, he'd probably get on his phone and be like, yo. The RTMP stream is buffering for me.
The commentary stream?
Yeah.
Mine's alright.
Okay. I just refreshed the page.
Okay, so Clyde did get that hint earlier about the light suit, but he's doing feeding pit first.
Yeah.
Odd, for sure. Now, this is where I would just break out my Dark Burst and absolutely blast all these night barbs.
I don't think Zlow is. I remember earlier he made a comment in the speedrunning Discord about how he doesn't have enough space on his PC to record.
Oh dear. Well,
hopefully
we've got Bash keeping an eye on things in the SRL, so don't worry, folks. We've got staff on hand. They're working on it. But yeah, going back on those night barbs, in the seed I was doing earlier today, I realized, oh wait, I have Dark Burst. I can just go ahead and blast all of these night barbs without having to rely on precision aim. So yeah, Clyde should know about this suit upgrade, so he's going to definitely get it. Now the question becomes, where do we go from here? Because we have Dark Visor, we have Secret Missiles, we have Power Bombs, we have all ball upgrades. I would say... what elevators do we know about? Let me see.
my guess is they're probably going to go try to find Super Missiles. That's pretty much like the only... No, they also need Screw Attack, right?
They also need Screw Attack, yes.
Maybe need Grav.
Yeah, and logically we need Super Missiles before we can check Sky Temple Key hints.
Yeah,
So...
I believe Zlow does know the BSJ to get out of bounds. So.
Okay.
Although that does need Screw Attack to get back.
Yeah, and we don't have any idea where it is. Although we do know
He could like check and then like save and quit. Or not save and quit, like he could save and then reset after checking them.
Yes, that's usually what runners have been doing in this tournament, and it is just a missile and feeding pit, so not a big loss for Zlo skipping out on that.
Okay, Imzlow just DM'd me. He's like, internet went out, I'm still going. Then he's resetting the router.
Okay, so he is on his
Yeah.
way back in.
Yeah. He'll be back soon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because of that soft reset, Clyde did not actually fight Dark Samus last time. Not that
He
it
is
matters.
remembering to do the power bombs this time.
Now it's gonna go. Oh, that's why Clyde didn't have Dark Burst for the Night Barbs. Never mind.
Oh yeah. Although you can't actually just ghetto past the night barbs.
Fair enough. See, going back on our elevators for a second. So the only elevator we actually know about that takes us anywhere besides Temple Grounds and the Great Temple is the Aegon Quadrant entrance in elevator in near Temple Assembly Site, and that takes us to Lower Torvis. So we need to find we need to go to
They could also check either one of the other Temple Grounds elevators.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
I think the Torvis Gate elevator is our next port of call. Because actually, we've seen now we've seen four of the we've now seen four of the Temple Grounds elevators out of the 6 that are there. I think. Actually, no, we've seen 5 out of 6. So the Torvis elevator, the Torvis Gate elevator, is the last elevator. It is the only elevator we have not seen.
What was the sanctuary?
The Sank Gate,
The one that's GFMC compound.
that goes to Temple Transport Amber.
Temple Transport Amber. Okay.
In Great Temple.
Do we have? Okay.
So yeah, we have to. We have Dark Suit.
What
so
was Transport Center?
Aegon Transport Center takes you to Aegon Transport Access takes you to Temple Transport Violet.
Okay.
Aegon.
There has to be 2 each. So I'm thinking there's one elevator that has to lead to Sanctuary. There can be 2 that lead between Sanctuary and Torvis, and then there has to be one that leads to Torvis.
Yeah, the one that leads to Torvis.
Oh, right, wait. Yeah, no, because we already said that was the lower Torvis one, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have
In
a
that
lower
case-
Torvis elevator from Temple Assembly Site, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that means that the one that leads to the Torvis Transport Access is going to Torvis Transport Access is going to lead to Sanctuary.
You mean the one underneath the Torvis Temple?
The one, no, the one that
Oh, the vanilla Torvis Gate elevator.
yeah, the one that the vanilla main entrance.
Yeah, that's got to be French vanilla at this point.
No, it's going to lead to Sanctuary.
Oh,
Because otherwise you would get 2 elevators in Sanctuary leading to each other.
That's right. That's right. Good call. Good call. All right, we're finally going to get to this mining station B hint that Slow missed out on. A suit can be found in Dark Aegon Waste. Thanks, game.
Hyperclask.
That's 2 hints for that light suit that we now do not need. So yeah, you're right. That elevator's got to take us to Sank, which if it takes us to Sank, it really doesn't matter where in Sank it takes us. We can pretty much explore the whole kit and caboodle. However, we can't explore Sank entrance if this elevator is not Sank entrance.
Why not?
Because we can't get back out the back door.
Oh. Yeah. It's possible that Sank entrance isn't anything useful, though.
Yeah, I mean, we would have to go all the way around to one of the other 2 Sank elevators to, say if it was Sank Vault side, for example, we'd have to go around to Sank Spider to get to Torvis, basically. That's the only way. And unfortunately, they are going to have to go there the hard way because they do not have super missiles, so they are going to have to do the, puzzle. Or not do the puzzle. There's a slope jump you can do to get to the meeting grounds portal without Dark Meeting Grounds portal without going all the way out and all the way back around.
If they find screw attack, I don't know.
Screw attack would certainly help, but they're still missing biologic super missiles. I'm still just absolutely taken aback by the amount of work that needed to be done to get your Aegon keys, because the 3 Aegon keys were what? GFMC, Jump Guardian, ironically 2 locked by the same boss, and Sandcash, right? Yeah, Sandcash.
The Sandcash one is like tragic.
And Sandcash, Clyde forgot to get Emerald from wherever Emerald was parked at.
That was parked in
Storage A.
Bio storage. No, not bioenergy production. What is it?
Oh, Storage B. Yeah, Storage B. Sorry, Storage A was a key.
Oh
boy.
Storage station.
Oh, that could be,
He's found Sank and Torvis and only needs to attack on supers.
So he must have...
He's probably gonna go to Torvis.
Yeah, well, this elevator, as you mentioned before, this has got to take him to Sank, and I imagine, if I had to hazard a guess, Slow went straight to, Slow probably took the next nearest elevator and checked to see if he could get him to Torvis. Or where in Torvis
you know the ghetto jump?
That's what he's trying.
I don't...
Yeah, the slope jump that I'm used to doing is on the...
right side?
Yeah, the right side of the enclause from when you come in.
I've never actually, like, sat down and learned that. But there was a seed that I was doing once, and I did it, and then I just got it first try.
Nicely done.
It was like... I just did one off the right side wall.
I had to learn the Dynamo Works tunnel skip, the one where you can screw attack into the tunnel for Spider Guardian.
Yeah.
I had to learn that one on the fly one day because it had an STK in the tunnel. And
you did not want to fight Spider Guardian?
Not only did I not want to fight Spider Guardian, I didn't want to fight a Morbus for Cobalt Translator. Because I deliberately skipped Aegon keys in Torvis. So
I think at this point for Clyde it probably would have been faster to just do this like ride the elevator thing.
Yeah, he's very close on height, but he's just not making it up there.
Well, a lot of these, if you're like trying to do like customs, you generally, what I tend to do is like if I find a seed that like has a useful item, I might try for like customs, for a bit, and if it's not like clearly working, I might go check like M2K2 or something to see if there's something there, and if not, then I'll usually just later like come back. But like generally trying to mess around with customs for a while doesn't tend to pan out. Like if you don't get a custom strat instantly, it's probably you're not going to get it fast enough to
have any impact. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this puzzle does take a couple of minutes, unfortunately, just out of sheer necessity.
I wonder how much health do you need to just like tank this?
With Dark Suit, I'm not sure. I don't think this is possible at all with Various Suit.
Probably with enough tanks, you could probably boost up to get to, because the end is not
Gassed?
like damaged. Yeah, so you just need to boost through it.
Boost or screw attack?
You would not have boost in the vanilla game, but
right.
About 6 or 7. Dang, that's
Yeah.
pretty intense.
Yeah, and screw attack would definitely mitigate that much more, because I think screw attack increases your damage resistance by about 75%. It's
Screw
not
attack,
Dark Suit.
I believe. I thought it is. I thought it makes it so you take Dark Suit.
Close. It's close to, but it's not exactly Dark Suit.
Dude. It's low, it's like hyper trad right now.
Clyde's gonna get to look at Wind Chamber Gateway, but we already know this was a missile. Or did Clyde or Zlow check this? Zlow checked this. Clyde did not. But it looks like Clyde's not interested. Oh, we can't. No super missiles. Never mind.
When Zlow like comes back online, I wonder where he's gonna be.
Given he's had a lot of time up on Clyde so far because of Clyde's multiple resets, also Screw Attack is in Portal Chamber. That's pretty much free.
Okay, I think it's... Zlow probably has Screw Attack at this point.
Yeah, because that's... regardless of which Sank elevator Clyde goes into at this point, he can get to Torvis. Because even though he's
he
missing...
found Torvis, so...
Yeah, because even though Clyde is missing Emerald, let's see what Sank elevator this is first of all.
This is the Torvis one.
Vault side, okay.
Also, actually, they can access Sanctuary entrance with this. What they would have to do is they just have to go to Torvis and then go to the other Torvis elevator.
Yeah, now the one major hiccup that Clyde's going to have here is if the Sank Spider Side elevator takes him to the Torvis Temple. Well, actually...
What's wrong with that?
It's not the biggest... Because he doesn't have
Oh,
Emerald.
he doesn't
He's
have
not gonna be able to go to Torvis.
Emerald.
Not going to be able to go to Torvis Grove. He will be able to get
Yeah.
Screw Attack and Portal Chamber, but he won't be able to go to
No, because
Torvis Grove or anything on the backside.
he doesn't have supers.
Oh yeah, so yeah, he's locked out. He's flat out locked out.
He would need to do the secret world.
Unless supers happen to be here.
I don't think he knows how to do the secret world though, because it's a 3 BSJ.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough secret world. I've seen runners all throughout the tournament doing it.
I'd say actually, like, out of all of like the elevator secret worlds, in my opinion, it's probably the easiest. Or it's not the easiest. There is one that's easier, but you're not going to see anyone do it in the tournament. It's the one in Sanctuary Entrance. Have you seen that one?
Not particularly.
Oh, it's really great. So what you need to do is you need to jump into, like, you know, the little poles that stick up like at each of the elevators, right?
Yeah.
So what you do is you jump into it and you hold into it, and then you get a rubber band and wrap it around the control stick. And then you put the controller down and like go watch an episode of Dragon Ball Z. And then when you come back, you undo the rubber band and you just get it out of bounds.
Wow. I also gotta stop you for a second. Powerbomb did not take out Quad Head. I've never seen that before. Usually the Quad Head disappears immediately when it's hit by a Powerbomb in that fashion.
Why is Clyde not going for Screw Attack?
Screw Attack is in Portal Chamber.
Oh, right, yeah. He can't. Never mind. Okay.
So...
Unless he tries to custom the secret world in,
What is that? That looks like Sunburst. Yep, that's Sunburst.
Unless he tries to custom the secret world in, the Torvis elevator, imzlow is probably winning right now.
Well, it depends on what the Torvis elevator is.
Yeah.
If the elevator is Torvis entrance, Clyde's fine. If it's the other one, he's screwed. And he's got to go back for Emerald or do the secret world.
Yeah.
So, 50-50 chance right now.
Yeah, so the secret world for, Sanctuary Entrance is... You're basically never gonna see it outside of, like, a minimal checking or something.
Okay.
Just because it's so absurdly slow. You have to float for, like, 15 minutes.
Oh, jeez. But yeah,
what I do is I don't have rubber bands, so what I do is I wrap the the cord of the controller around the control stick so that it holds down the L button and the stick.
Fascinating. Yeah, it looks like Clyde's going for the elevator. Spider's Treasure not panning out. No really valuable items in there for a change. What was the key in Hall of Combat, Master? I wasn't looking. Was it in Inghive or at Torvis? Did he see which one it was?
Not sure.
I want to say it was Torvis. Oh god, it's
slot.
Torvis Temple.
No.
Oh boy. Clyde's about to have a very bad moment here.
No.
3, 2, 1.
Press F to pay respects. No, don't go over there. It can crash.
The super missile door?
Yeah. Or wait, can it crash coming from the elevator or only from underground tunnel?
I'm not sure, but I remember someone saying something about that being a crash, and I don't remember exactly what it's about. All right, let me write this elevator down real quick.
Oh, okay. What's really tragic is, given that he doesn't know where Emerald is, the optimal strat right now is to full clear Sanctuary. And we know that that's not going to play out. We're not going to pan out.
Right.
This is tragic.
Now this does mean...
Pretty much our only hope is that he gets he gets Cobalt, and then
Super missiles would actually work in his favor right now, because that would
supers.
be the way to unclog this.
If he could get supers, or if he gets Cobalt, and that tells him where Emerald is.
Yes.
Those are basically the two things that can happen.
This also removes, this also confirms that the Torvis entrance elevator will take us to Sank entrance.
Yeah.
So now we have all of our elevators mapped out. I just realized Clyde doesn't use a timer, so we don't actually know how far into the seed we are. I want to say we're slightly under 2 hours.
I think we're probably... Yeah, I think we're at about the 2-hour mark.
Yeah. Yeah, and we unfortunately still don't have our Sky Temple hints. So yeah, what's Clyde gonna do now? Actually, no, you probably hit the nail. No, he might be going back to Temple Grounds.
Oh.
Yeah, he's warping to start here. And Emerald, oh, you know where he might be going? Transport, Temple Transport access. He's got light suit. And Temple Transport Amber will take him right there. So that's actually not a bad idea, assuming this is something big like super missiles or Cobalt.
Didn't Lo already check this?
No, he didn't have light suit.
Oh, right, yeah. Wait.
Because, yeah, Clyde's never taken this elevator yet. So, yeah, I think this is new information.
Yeah, just DM's low. It says nothing's working. This is Traj.
Yeah, that's, well, now that Clyde has Dark Visor, he can get past this. Yeah, that's right. This is Sacred Path right here. So yeah, Clyde can go check Fortress Transport. Does he know he can check that? Yeah, he's heading in that direction. Yeah, the elevator's just going to take him back to Aegon, so he doesn't want that. Actually, no, he does want that, technically. Oh, super missiles in Fortress Transport access.
Whoa.
That is huge.
Okay, now where is he going to go with that?
That is a big, big break for Clyde. Clyde might actually be going for his STKs now, actually. Now's not the bad time to do it. Yeah, unfortunately, getting back to Torvis is going to be a long walk because the only way to Torvis
Okay,
is
I just got a DM. He said he's recording locally.
He is recording locally, okay. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I think Bash is also keeping in contact with him too. So yeah, again, we're keeping our comm lines open, folks. So, all right, Clyde giving us a look at Plane of Dark Warship here. I think this is also new information. He also does have to go to a cursed lake for that Sky Temple key. So might as well get this done now. Not gonna lie, I thought for a split second Clyde just fell right through the floor. But I just realized Super Missiles now adds onto the already ridiculous logic chain we already have from Dark Beam to Dark Visor to Dark Beam to Dark Visor to Light Suit. Because now that Super Missile is behind Light Suit, so that's now... we're like 6 or 7 items deep in this chain. Hunter Ring! Yeah, French-ish vanilla key. But yeah, at this point, I say Clyde makes for his Sky Temple key hints.
Yeah.
So yeah, Clyde has 5 keys already, so we're not missing much.
He does need to get screw attack though, but he knows where that is.
He knows where it is, and he now does have the means to get to it with his current equipment.
Yes,
he has to hope, however, that there is nothing in either Torvis Grove, Meditation Vista, either of the Torvis Plaza rooms, or Dark Torvis Arena. Otherwise, Emerald Translator is required.
Yeah. There is a BSJ you can do in Forgotten Bridge.
Right.
To get past it, but it's really dumb.
Alright, so, actually, what I would, if I were Clyde, I would have taken a quick save at the ship, and then, gone to check keys, and then, soft reset after the, hint checks, assuming that's what he's doing. Alright, so meanwhile, yep, time for Sky Temple keys, and we can also look at War Ritual Grounds while we're at it.
I'd say what's the point of even finishing the race if Soul can't win? I don't understand.
I think we'll cross that bridge when we get to it for now.
I mean...
Oh, that was a Sky Temple key. Hold on. Lucky, that could have easily been key number 9 if, we wanted to save that key for last. Oh well.
Getting it now is better because it reduces the number of things you have to scan.
Very true. Oof, laser eye getting in the way here.
And also, if you need to like check the hints again, it reduces the amount you have to scroll through to find the hints you need.
Yeah, although it's annoying if the hints are in separate cadres.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, the hints are split into 2 cadres. Alright, so there should be 3 unknowns at this point.
Yeah.
They are as follows. As soon as we can find them. 5 is in Forgotten Bridge. That's free. Sank Entrance, which is fine. That's free. Transit Tunnel South. Annihilator. Oh, we have Annihilator Beam is required. Transit Tunnel South is the Annihilator and Gravity Booster. Oh, you need Gravity Booster too. Because that area is underwater. So yeah, we're still looking for a Gravity Booster and Annihilator Beam. And we know where Screw Attack is, but yeah, we're looking for 2 more items for Go Mode. So yeah, there's a lot that can happen here in these last for these last couple of items, ladies and gentlemen. We could have, as we have seen in tournament seeds in the past, Annihilator Beam on Chica. Yeah, Clyde still needs Screw Attack, but we know where it is. And with Super Missiles, Clyde can now get it. So yeah, Clyde's gonna go straight back to Torvis now. Because yeah, he can get to Sank Entrance just fine. He just needs to go now Super Missile the door underneath the Torvis Temple to get to Torvis Entrance. And then after that, that's key 7. Key 8, he can get Forgotten Bridge pretty easily. So yeah, key 9, we're just looking for Annihilator Beam and Gravity Boost. And again, Annihilator Beam, and we were saying earlier, Annihilator Beam can be pretty much anywhere with like 6 or 7 exceptions. Ooh, these Dark Pirates are giving Clyde a little bit of trouble here. But yeah, no, this seed has been quite the roller coaster ride. So let me see if I can kind of profile what the seed's been expecting so far. So you start off in Temple Grounds and you go, you know, defeat Alpha Splinter for your Violet and get your Morph Ball Bombs from Umos. So then you go to Aegon. You start getting your Aegon keys because you need that for Light Beam. Or not for Light Beam, for Dark Beam. Dark Beam was, Light Beam was free, it was in Temple Assembly Site. You just had to go to the Aegon. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna take a minute, folks. I gotta have, like, the list in front of me, but I'm too busy watching Clyde. I'll figure it out once we find Annihilator Beam and Gravity Boost.
I hope there's a rematch as well.
So yeah, just in case there's anybody like watching this on a YouTube VOD or something, because they won't be able to see Twitch chat. What's going on right now is Wileslow did eventually start a local recording on his end. He's been offline, and the recording started very late after he went offline. And because of that significant time difference, there's a significant chunk of time we can't verify. So, unfortunately, as a result of that, it's effectively going to be down to Clyde what ends up happening, depending on depending on the outcome of Clyde's outcome, of course. Clyde does have to finish this seed in order for it to count as him winning, though. So he's got to still finish. He's also got to be careful to not accidentally burn his super missiles. Oh, there's an extra missile in the temple access, but we probably don't need that.
I mean, there's nothing lame about using the rules to your advantage. I just think the rules are lame. I don't understand why we're still playing. Like, it doesn't matter what happens, just either schedule the rematch or...
Well, even then, nonetheless, Clyde is still putting on a fantastic show for us this evening. And to be fair, imzlow's been doing a good job up till his internet crashed of doing the same thing. I mean, considering how the seed started, both runners were both going every which way, and every which way was yielding progression. That was pretty, that generated a lot of question marks for how the seed was going to play out.
This is tragic. Okay, so I think Clyde is probably gonna go get screw attack.
Yeah, he's got a safety save before the Torvus portals, because these have a bad... I don't know if it's just my Dolphin, but these have a bad tendency to crash. I think he's playing on console, but even still. The Torvus portals are not friendly. Yeah, Grenchulars are not a threat. Not with power bombs. Now, Clyde did elect to go pick up the Sunburst from Culling Chamber, so he will have a bit of an easy time against Grapple Guardian should that be required, or should he elect to fight him. Also, I just realized that's going to be... Oh, Clyde is not electing to get Key 7 out of Forgotten Bridge yet. And he's electing to turn the bridge, which is fine. He's going to get screw attack soon. But I think his next stop is going to be Putrid Alcove and Cache A. We know Poison Bog is an expansion, so he's not going to go for that. Probably. He's definitely good on power bombs. He's absolutely good on power bombs. Does Cache A stand for Annihilator? No, it does not. Also, Huntering. Oh, he's gonna pick up that expansion. Light ammo. To be fair, though, looking at Clyde's ammo cap, he's actually not got a lot of ammo. I think he just hit 100 light ammo with that tank. And while light and dark ammo is not the biggest deal in the randomizer, it's still not a bad idea to have at least 100 in my book. You think they could get away with 75? These runners probably could.
If you're gonna fight Chica without Cannonball, you probably... Or gonna fight Quad, you probably want... No, because they're gonna get Screw Attack. Yeah, I'd say only if you're gonna fight Chica without Cannonball.
Fair enough. Yeah, and Clyde also has Sunburst now too, so that'll give him a nice extra edge against Emperoring 1. Because yeah, Sunburst is actually surprisingly effective. Alright, Venomous Pond is... that looked like a dark ammo tank. Alright, so, what do you say we place bets, Stitchlord? Where do you think Annihilator Beam's gonna show up?
Where do I think Annihilator's gonna show up?
Do you think it's gonna be vanilla?
I think it's gonna be vanilla? No. Probably
Okay.
somewhere in Upper Sanctuary.
Upper Sank, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have no Dynamo Works hints. Like, we haven't seen the Clyde did not check the key bearer when he blew through Dynamo Works before. Clyde? Cash B's behind you. Oh, guess he's not going for Cash B. I'm not crazy, right? He didn't check Cash B at all, did he? No, he didn't check Cash B at all. One thing Clyde is missing out here in Torvus is intel big time, because Torvus has 6 hints overall, 3 in Lower Torvus. So yeah, there's 6 hints here that he's just not gonna get. Oh, that's right, because he turned the Forgotten Bridge. The Pirate Commandos make their normally debut here, I think. Why they appear before the regular Pirate Commandos in Torvus Grove, I have no idea. That's only Clyde's 4th energy tank, like more than 2 hours into this run. So, oh, an extra power bomb. He could have just blown that last bit of rubble out, and he's not going to. All right, so now where's Clyde gonna go to? Is he gonna go dip Lower Torvus without? Oh, we still got to go do Path of Roots and go to Sank Entrance for that key. Might as well. Oh, he's going to check the Torvus Energy Controller first, it looks like. Clyde's charging up a Dark Beam. He's just taking out that pirate. Fun fact, a properly shotgunned charged Light Beam or a Super Missile can blow out that Assault Skiff completely.
I believe each of these Aero Troopers takes either 3 uncharged shots or 1 charged shot.
Yeah, they're really annoying. Dark Beam's tough to work with, especially for moving targets.
Generally, like, if you can land the snipe, those guys' movement is pretty consistent at the beginning.
True.
So if you can land the snipe, it's, like, not too precise. But if you miss the snipe, then they start moving, like, really crazy, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, one good counter to this could be Annihilator Beam, but unfortunately, we're still looking for Annihilator Beam.
Annihilator could also be lower Torvis.
That is true, although it's going to be kinda limited without gravity boost, because they can't check Alpha Blog, they can't check, logically they can't check the, they can check Under Temple. So they can check Power Bomb Guardian. Just an energy tank in the energy controller. Although with no Emerald Translator, Clyde won't be able to activate the elevator hologram, but that's nothing a trip down the temple access S-pipe can't fix. Semperfied, I guess, asks, how's things going tonight? Dark Beam on Amorbis. Why don't we start there?
They need to look for Annihilator.
We do have our key hints, but we are still looking for Annihilator Beam and Gravity Boost. Oh, and the elevators are randomized. But we know where all the elevators take us now.
Yeah. His internet died.
Clyde not bothering to look at... actually, no, wait, don't we know that's... Oh, no, wait, no. Again, I'm thinking back to my seat earlier today. That was Annihilator Beam. Never mind. Sorry.
It'd be really great if he had, Emerald right now, because then he could be checking all the hints in here.
Yeah. Yeah, no Cobalt either, so yeah, we're just really starved for knowledge here. Because yeah, this elevator we know has to take him to Sank Entrance, which will, if nothing else, get him Sky Temple Key 8. After that... the ball is in anybody's court. Oh god, he got pinned against the wall for a second. Those little mini mother chips, or little mini motherboards do a nice good job of giving you refills most of the time. Now, personally, the ideal way I would, I've done this fight before, is I've Dark Beam missiled the first commando, swung behind the second one in the front, and immediately fired a power bomb to try and see if the rear pirate commando, the sixth one that loads in, would get caught in the blast, or the fifth one rather. If that ends up happening, then you just got to take out the one in the back. So ideally, it could be done. This fight could be done in two charged dark shots plus a missile and one power bomb. But that the pirate up front has to kind of cooperate with you. It's one of those things that's better when you picture it in your head, but it's kind of tough to use in practice. By making sure to not get caught in the explosion, as those deal a lot of damage. I want to say it's 20 per. We're not sure, Semper. We haven't gotten a Quadraxis hint. I think we've seen one Inghive key on slow. Actually, I forgot to track it, but yeah, we saw an Inghive key somewhere.
I think it was doomed entry.
That's the one. Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen when you powerbomb a quad. Also, why is the music not changing? Fascinating. Maybe it's an elevator rando thing. Clyde just managing to catch that one in time. And yeah, no cobalt, so we can't check Sank map station yet. I think we know the item in here is just a energy tank question mark. It's not important regardless. Now, to be fair, while the logic, assuming Annihilator Beam is vanilla, while the logic will expect you to have all 3 Inghive keys, there is a BSJ you can do to get around it. Actually, with Screw Attack in tow, Clyde can go check the upper end of the vault side, including the vault itself, watch station, and aerial, both items in aerial training site, really. Because the nice thing about the force-fielded item in aerial training site is there is a small amount of collision you can stand on the outer edge of the force field. And through the force field, there's a small slip of gap where you can scan the terminal without having to go through the dark path and up the screw attack walls in Dark Cat West.
It, I believe in 4%, I believe it's faster to do that so that you can go check, you can go kill Caretaker. It skips doing the puzzle in main research.
Fascinating. Is that?
Oh
my god, Annihilator Beam in the Dynamo Works tunnel. Spider Guardian by logic is required. It's always him. +1 Spider Guardian. Never fails. That was the exact circumstance.
He could do the, what is it? There's the Morph Secret World in Dynamo Works.
Yes.
Or he could, in the Dark World, he can use the teleporter there and then do the Screw Attack Secret World.
He could do that. He has Screw Attack itself, so he could just Screw Attack into the tunnel. And it's like I was telling you before, this is the exact same circumstance, which I had to learn that on the fly.
Customs. How long did it take to get it?
About 15 minutes.
Oh.
So yeah, it wasn't easy, and I had somebody else kind of talking me through it along the way.
Yeah, so he needs cobalt.
Yeah, he needs cobalt on top of the Annihilator, well, top of Gravity Boost as well.
Yeah.
Actually, if Clyde literally just skipped this and did the Screw Attack into the tunnel right now, he could be in go mode.
Yeah. Or he would need, unless he did he would need to do the Secret World in Transit Tunnel South.
Yeah. And even then, we're still missing Gravity Booster. We have no idea.
That's what that Secret World skips. You get it from out of bounds. Cobalt Echo Lock. No.
That would be disgusting. And I would like to remind the audience, we've already had Dark Beam Monomorbus. Which, granted, is not the worst thing in the world, but that still required a ridiculous chain for the keys. Watch this. Watch Echo Visor be here in the temple. That is going to be crazy. Now, if Echo ends up being in here, then that puts... What does that put into logic? That puts Hive Gyro into logic.
Yeah,
It puts Mining Plaza into logic, which, granted, it's probably not important by now, because we haven't even thought about that for ages.
Did they check Hive entrance?
Hive entrance, they did not check. You can't check the key bearer anyway until Dark Samus destroys the bridge.
Well, not checking the key bearer, but like use the teleporter and then go actually check it.
No, because the first time Clyde was going through Sank entrance, he was missing, or going through Sank Spider, he didn't have access to Sank entrance.
Well, he could have gone there again before going to Upper Sanctuary.
Yeah, that is a valid check right now. I'm surprised Clyde didn't just screw attack up to the entrance here. Yeah, you have to not be leaning on the edge of the spider ball track. You have to let the game kind of just stop you.
You don't want to like lean slightly. At least that's what I've found.
Yeah, like
hold all the way up, then yeah.
Yeah, you're. Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, it's fine. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you too much.
No, don't apologize. So yeah, Clyde may be debating doing area. I'm very curious to see what he's gonna do next here. If he's gonna try and attempt this skip here. Because if he does attempt this skip, then he's just looking for Gravity Booster.
Can either try to attempt the skip, or he might be going down to go check Hive entrance.
Probably. Because yeah, he's going to have to slope jump here to get out. Which, this slope jump, to be fair, is not particularly difficult.
I disagree.
Well, one thing I've done is... Oh, Hive Dynamo Works hint. Is an expansion. Yeah, that was new. We didn't see that yet. I find that if you actually face towards the right wall, it's a little easier to do that slope jump, and then just hold L and move your slam the stick left.
What I do is I actually do screw attack.
That does help too, because starting a screw attack does give you just a tiny bit of extra height.
Whenever I don't have screw attack, I just do the BSJ. So yeah, in case you're wondering why he's not just using the spider track, it's not there until after killing Spider Guardian.
Yeah, it's
like the one in is it Dynamo? Central
Dynamo Works.
No, it's the one in main reactor. Sorry, the Dark Samus 1. That one's not there until after killing Dark Samus 1. This one's not here until after killing Spider Guardian.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, now Clyde's thinking about screw attacking. Ooh!
That was sick.
Clever backup. Oh.
I don't think it works like that.
He's gonna try it. Yeah, the way you have to...
You need to go through the end. That's actually like... It looks like there's like cracks in it, but...
Yeah, the thing about this tunnel that I realize is that if you want to screw attack into it, you kind of have to, you have to break out of your screw attack at just the right position, because if you're too deep into the tunnel, I think you just fall through. I think that has something to do with it. But if you're too close to the edge of the tunnel, the game just pushes you out. Yeah, what has to happen is Clyde has to... He has to slope jump, and then he actually has to trigger a singular screw, or a singular screw jump, and then immediately press B again to cancel it. And Clyde's thinking this through a minute. This is going to be really weird if he, because of the circumstances we know, this is going to be really weird if he chooses to forfeit, which I hope he doesn't do. He's thinking, though. Yeah, he doesn't want to go looking for Cobalt. He's already struggled enough with Emerald as it is. And it's a shame, too, because he got bailed out by super missiles in Fortress Transport Access.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it from the side. The problem is the collision of the tunnel is too wonky. Again, this took me like 15 minutes to do, like 15 minutes to do when I was learning this on the fly. That is still that, and I think that trick is expected in like hard logic. It could be expected that you are to do something to get into that tunnel that is not fight Spider Guardian. Because the thing about Screw Attack is when you disengage, when you're in Screw Attack, your hitbox is the size of Morph Ball, which is nice for getting in cracks like this. But again, this tunnel is weird. And the alternative, as Z Chaotix mentions in chat, there is an instant morph you can do as well. It's similar to the one in Hall of Honor Dead. The problem with the instant morph is getting the height right, in my from my perspective.
I remember Justin DM posted a video where he showed it. It's actually possible to do semi-consistently. It's still, I think I've gotten it like once, and I tried to get it for like 20 minutes. It's probably something I should like crack more, just like have it in my back pocket. But
I'm probably going to practice the Screw Attack method a bit more after watching this.
At the moment, I usually, if I need to get that, I usually just get it at a bounce.
Yeah, I think the other major problem here is I think Clyde's completely forgotten about Storage B.
Yeah. Yeah, it's possible to do semi-consistently if you're Justin DM.
Also, Resbits are one of the worst enemies in the Prime universe, unless you either, unless you have Cannonball, which for some reason Resbits are quad weak to, and Cannonball normally does 500,000 damage per frame. Speaking of Cannonball, oh no, never mind. I thought there was a race coming up this week where Cannonball was in the item pool, but not the case. Last night it was, and it was in such a painful location. It is very interesting, and chat points out it's an interesting point. Clyde has not gone to Watch Station. He went to Watch Station Access and picked up the missile tank there, but he didn't go to Watch Station to check the rest of Vault Side. I'm wondering if he thinks he needs Echo. Not the case. Because there's no Cobalt door leading to Vault Side. And now he's gonna go check Watch Station. He could probably throw in Cat West while he's at it. Ooh, the dark shot missed. looks like Clyde's gonna open the portal first. Or, nope, I thought he was, but nope, he's gonna go get the item. Interesting thing about these, the moving spider ball tracks is that you can move in all directions. So, light tank, boring. But because you can move up like that on those, to the top of those tracks, it actually is a good idea to do that if you're trying to get the bomb jump right, because sometimes the bomb might not give you the height if you're on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I think we actually, Bash, you mentioned easy to forget stuff under pressure. We have seen quite a bit of evidence of that so far tonight, with just because of, again, the sort of tunnel visioning that ended up kind of happening because Amorbis had Dark Beam. And that is not Cobalt Translator. Now this, I think, is a smart play by Clyde here, going back through the portal to go to Vault, because I think it's honestly faster to do that and just screw attack over through Grand Abyss instead of going to Dark Grand Abyss, going to the bottom of the room and using the portal and then having to jump back up. I think this is slightly faster. And what is that? That looks like a missile. We're running out of spots where Annihilator Beam could be. For all we know, it's somewhere Emerald locked in Torvis. Actually, now that we think about it, wasn't there a joke hint for an item in Torvis? Was it Torvis Grove or Torvis Lagoon? I think it was Torvis Grove. There's something about hyper missiles. So yeah, that was Torvis Grove. So the thing about those joke hints is, oh, there's Gravity Boost in Cat West. So that's one of the big pieces of the puzzle here. Now we literally just, in Clyde's case, he literally just needs to find Cobalt Translator. Yeah, unfortunately, the downside of Clyde holding off on Vault side, on checking the upper side of Sank for so long is he missed out on that gravity boost. So he's getting bullied by the explosions. Alright, so Clyde's now going to go ahead and pick up his 8th key in Sank entrance. Oh, and Space Pirate Missiles become Space Pirate Missiles once again. I would laugh if the Kinetic Orb Cannon actually landed Samus onto a pirate. I don't know if their AI lets that happen, but it would be very funny. Clyde's trying to use the vigilance turret to, Oh, I don't think that, debris broke. Uh-oh. Yep, just realized it. Thankfully, nothing a quick terminal fall can't fix. Clyde? I was about to say, I didn't hear the jingle the third time, so I'm kind of surprised Clyde missed out on that, but it's like Bash was saying earlier, it might be heat of the moment thing. It'd be really nice if we had Cobalt right now so we can get that hint, but at this point, even if we did get Cobalt, we don't need hints anymore. Besides for Cobalt. Oh, gets thrown off again, so yeah, now it's time for the pirates to disappear. So that's key 8 for Clyde, and now it's a hunt for the Cobalt translator. Which, at the very least, cannot be on Spider Guardian. But with Gravity Boost, it can be pretty much anywhere in Lower Torvis now. Except, obviously, Transit Tunnel South, because we already know that's our last key. It's also a fairly safe bet at this point that our remaining bosses are dead. Because, I mean, granted, you know, I could be totally wrong, but there is it's not very likely that Chica's got Cobalt or, Chica or Quad have Cobalt at this point. There's too many unknowns right now. So yeah, Clyde's gonna dip Lower Torvis, although with Gravity Boost, this is gonna be a cakewalk. If it's gonna actually be a big kick in the teeth here if Cobalt is on Alpha Blog, because then Lower Torvis is a forced double dip, and Lower Torvis is not someplace you want to force double dip. Sorry, not lower. Yeah, Lower Torvis is going to be a forced double dip. Sank is going to be a forced. Upper Sank is going to be a forced double dip. Yeah, they're really, from what we've seen, there really hasn't been that really good of a way to route this seed perfectly. Especially given how back and forth you had to go with the Amorbus keys. I'm trying to think. Of the 6 times we've had to fight Amorbus, I want to say 3 of them have been for beams. If we're including the opener, which had the light beam in Mining Plaza. Clyde, you gotta hit the bomb slot again. Yeah, that's a weird glitch that can happen in Transit Tunnel East. That bomb slot, for some reason, can sometimes just not let you go. Clyde's skipping out on that key. If that's a Torvus key and Chica's required, that could end up being a very unfortunate move. Item in the dungeon is a expansion. This has been kind of a pretty uncharacteristic, not a common moment we've had in the tournament where, unfortunately, for the majority of the run, in Clyde's case at least, he's been flying kind of, I wouldn't say flying blind per se, but not with nearly the amount of intel that would normally be available in a seed like this. And it doesn't help that he missed Emerald.
Because he didn't get Emerald or Cobalt.
Yeah, we don't even know where Cobalt is anyway. Although I would still say of all the translators, Emerald is probably the biggest one you don't want to skip, especially since, again, it's 6 hints in Torvus, 3 of which are in really close proximity right here. But it looks like Clyde's now going to go ahead and check the Under Temple. That's an energy tank. Oh, that's it. Cobalt's on Alpha Blog. Oh, that's disgusting.
No.
Both Upper Sank and Lower Torvus are forced double dips.
This seed.
Now, for this, if nothing else, Clyde caught a big break and Emerald Translator was not required. That is probably a tremendous sigh of relief for him right now. Because at this time, at what we assume is just slightly under the 3-hour mark, Clyde is in go mode. Well, effectively his no mode. He knows what he needs to do. Unfortunately, Alpha Blog being considerably uncooperative today. Then again, it's Alpha Blog. When isn't he uncooperative? Ooh, good shot. Yet another good use for a non-super missile combo. This is gonna be a really interesting interview here with Clyde, because I'm curious to see how he responds to the fact about his super missiles and the fact that he passed up Emerald. I would say that decision to go to Fortress Transport Access to getting those super missiles probably gave him, I wouldn't say gave him the race, but it was definitely the sort of jump start he needed. And this is again given the fact that Clyde has soft locked or reset his game 3 times total. So that's pretty incredible to come back from something like that. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot to ask him tonight. Now, I think the fastest way to Spider Guardian... I'm trying to think fastest way to Sank, Oh? Alright, so yeah, Clyde's gonna go defeat Spider Guardian, get that 9th key, and then... How efficient would it be to save warp? Probably actually very efficient, because I think the, one of the elevators takes him straight to Torvus Quadrant, doesn't it? Yeah, Temple Transport Emerald takes him straight to Torvus Quadrant. Spider Ball and Enigma. Thanks, game.
Yeah.
At least his Cobalt Translator wasn't on a Morbus with skipped Dark Aegon keys. But yeah, this seed... So now that we have the whole seed set up, I can kind of profile this for you. So you get your Light Beam and your Morph Ball Bombs and your Violet Translator to start things off. So to get to a Morbus for your Dark Beam, you need to get keys at Jump Guardian, then immediately GFMC Compound after. Then you've got to go to Trial Tunnel for Amber Translator, go back to Aegon for your Sand Cache key, then you can go fight a Morbus for your Dark Beam. And then after that, Dark Beam immediately led to Super Missiles in Crossroads, and... or not Super Missiles, excuse me, Dark Visor in Crossroads. Dark Visor led to Light Suit in Battleground, which Light Suit can give you super missiles in Fortress Transport Access. And then, after all that, let's see, super missiles. So then, after that, you have to go to Upper Sank to go to Cat West to get your gravity booster. You have to use your gravity booster to go back to Lower Torvis to fight Alpha Blog. Then you've got to go back with Cobalt Translator to fight Spider Guardian for your Annihilator Beam. Then you've got to go use Annihilator Beam to go get the last key in Transit Tunnel South. Bash, why?
Where is Clyde going?
He probably had a momentum hiccup or muscle memory. I don't know. I'm actually surprised Clyde's not using power bombs. It might be that he doesn't realize that power bombs only set Spider Guardian to max stun in the randomizer. In vanilla, a power bomb would actually incinerate the Spider Guardian, but that would be a soft lock because you can't reach the tunnel without breaking the electric fences. Unfortunately, these Spider Ball tracks do not work either unless you have taken out Spider Guardian. That's not gonna work. Yeah, he's got to wait for the Spider Guardian to get past. Now, Spider Ball does work here on these Spider Ball tracks. In fact, Spider Ball actually kind of trivializes this phase. Now, again, Clyde's... Well, maybe if... Yeah, no, this ain't gonna work. He's got to wait. Yeah, when it comes to Spider Guardian coming back, you want to just let him go all the way. Anywho, 5 out of 6 down for Clyde Spider Guardian fight. And now what's going to happen is Spider Guardian will just ram into the last fence. Now, as far as what is on Spider Guardian himself, we don't... I don't think we care at this point. I'm gonna laugh if it's the Echo Visor. Nope. Alright, so now we're finally going to have... Clyde's finally going to pick up that Annihilator Beam, and at roughly 3 hours and maybe 5-ish minutes in, Clyde will finally be in go mode. And now it's just a quick walk through... Actually, where does Sank entrance take you to? Torvis entrance. So yeah, this... Where does Sank Vault side take you? Now I'm curious. Oh, it takes you to the Torvis gate. Perfect. So, Clyde is making the... Never mind, he's going the wrong way. I I think he may have forgotten for a split second that elevators are randomized. And yeah, the bridge is kind of weird. But yeah, defeating Spider Guardian triggers that, and that also triggers the it's also lets you check the key bearer for hive entrance. Sorry, took me a minute to connect that one. I'm almost curious to know if any of the Emerald or Cobalt hints would have pointed towards any of the previously missing items. I would have thought Annihilator Beam would at least have gotten an Emerald hint, but we will unfortunately never know. Oh, actually, Clyde's... Oh, yeah, Clyde... I was about to say, why is Clyde going to lower Taurus? And then I realized, oh, right, he still needs that 9th key, doesn't he? Whoopsie! So yeah, the other reason you need Gravity Booster for this, for Transit Tunnel South, is if you didn't have Gravity Booster, you would actually soft lock if you were coming, especially if you're coming from left side, because then you can't get back up. Ooh, nice boost movement with the bomb. So while as we're kind of finishing up the race here, ladies and gentlemen, we do want to tell you of the 2 races due later down in the week. We've got another race queued up for Wednesday night at 9. This is Eastern Time. Also, that's the last key. I'll mark that real quick. There we go. We will have Op 82 versus Bash Prime. That match will be have some special settings just like today. Trivial Logic, random elevators, random starting location, and 1 to 3 starting items. We invite you to join us for that one. And we have another race at 6 p.m. on Thursday. That race will be Kirby Masta versus Dev, and Kirby Masta has put quite the respectable showing in the tournament so far. So that is definitely another match you really want to stick around for, because that one will be quite the party. Yeah, now Clyde, as far as equipment is concerned, should be pretty safe with this last round of the game. He's got 6 or 7 energy tanks. Yeah, 6 energy tanks, plenty of missiles, definitely enough ammo. Now, a thing about Sky Temple is, because I noticed Clyde didn't save at the ship, if you are low on ammo, you shouldn't be low on energy because there's a save station right there, but if you're low on ammo, the Ingworm spheres will give you, in the following order, depending on your equipment, it'll either give you 10 missiles if you're low on missiles, or if your missiles are full, you are guaranteed a power bomb. So Clyde's been talking in the SRL how he's actually, I guess, never fought Dark Samus 3 without Echo Visor. What he could do is just bombard Dark Samus 3 with enough Annihilator Beam shots. 26 will be enough to send her into DS4 without her cloaking, so then he doesn't even have to worry about not, missing out on Echo. Alright, Emperor 1, here we go. How that hit the eye, I've got no idea. By the way, because clearly the eye shield was up.
Yeah. So if you get hit by the laser at all, you get a guaranteed 2 cycle on Emperor Ing.
Yeah, it's a really long stun. Sunburst does kind of mitigate this a little bit, but not by much. Ideally, I think the best DPS on Emperor Ing 1 is just Rapid Fire Annihilator. Rapid Fire Annihilator solves a lot of problems. It's 12 damage per shot. You can shoot, I think, slightly more than 8 times per second. Ooh, he needs to squeeze in one more shot. Oh, but the eye's not cooperating. Smart play to use the charge light when the dark ball attack is being used, because that is a good way to slam a lot of tentacles at once. And with, I just realized Clyde has 8 power bomb tanks. That's a lot of power bombs. Ooh, Tentacle just got missed by that second bomb.
So part of the problem with using the power bombs is it locks you out of laying any bombs. So if you're just going to be killing a single one, it can actually be optimal to just use the bombs.
Yeah, or if the two are fairly close proximity, like these two here.
Yeah. Power bombs, generally, you only want to use them if you can kill like 2 or 3 at once.
Yeah, ideally you can do this in 3 power bombs.
Yeah. Any percent does 3.
So what Clyde's doing here is using Screw Attack to damage Emperor Ing. So the reason this works is it has something to do with Emperor Ing's initial development. The original Emperor Ing fight was going to apparently have some kind of vulnerable spots below his knees that would be weak to Screw Attack. Clyde's actually aiming a little on the high side, but he is squeezing damage in. Ideally, you want to hit right below the knees, like somewhere right in between the knees and the tips of the legs. But instead, he's going a little high, and he's actually bonking on the thighs. And because, going back on Emperor Ing 1 here for a second, so those vulnerable spots were never removed in the live version of Emperor Ing 1, Emperor Ing 3, excuse me. So what happens is, Screw Attack just lets you flat out damage Emperor Ing in that fashion.
Yeah. I believe optimally this is either 1 or 2 Screw Attacks.
Yeah, I think the fastest I've done it is 3.
You need to have like a very good...
I think it is possible to do it in 1 Screw Attack, but he basically has to leap up in the air on his first try. Yeah, again,
so
Clyde's a little too high.
The hitboxes, yeah.
He's actually taking a lot of... I hope he safety saved, I hope he safety saved before, this fight. Because I wasn't paying attention. And now he's electing to just fight as intended here. Ooh, he tried to time a sunburst, but it was a little too early. Ooh, that's an idea. Wait for, Ooh, that looks like it dented him.
I don't think it did.
Ooh, good shot with the super missile, and then he's just gonna unload with Annihilator Beam. That's probably the best way to do a backup takedown, and down he goes. Luckily, this is gonna give Clyde a full health refill. Now, if Clyde is concerned about... now, I don't think we're going to see a Dark Samus 4 skip from Clyde, but in the event that he attempts it at least, what's going to happen is... there's actually 2 ways to skip Dark Samus 4. One is both involve using missiles, and having Dark Samus 3 throw up her shield constantly to prevent her from going into DS4. Oh! It looks like, actually, Clyde's going to take the time to stock up on ammo. So yeah, it looks like... I think he's just going to mash Annihilator Beam and skip straight into DS4. And yeah, by now he's, yeah, Dark Samus is centering, and yeah. So that gets past Clyde's concern of not having Echo for this fight. Now, you don't actually have to deal that much damage to Dark Samus to force her to stand up again. I think 1 charge shot is enough, so I don't think it's even 50 damage. It's less than 50 damage. Although missiles still don't work, she'll still always throw up her shield, but she is damage capped, so oof. Clyde's doing a good job of not accidentally getting tagged by one of the phazon clouds in order to and get stunned. And there down goes Dark Samus 4 for Clyde, and Clyde will be our winner tonight and has finished in first place with an official SRL time of 3:17.18. So we are going to see if we can get Clyde up in the booth for an interview.
What happened to Clyde's audio?
When you mark him when his marked as finished, his audio cuts out.
Oh. Oh, Xbro32 is in chat. I believe that's Clyde.
In the SRL, in Twitch, yeah. So Clyde, GG.
Yo. Could your volume seems very low.
Really?
Oh,
okay, now it's fine.
Better now.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh no, I just haven't been talking.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, why don't we take it from the top a little bit? So take us through like the first 15 minutes, because we saw you reset your your save file.
Yeah. Okay. So, I went through the elevator door, right? And it gave me a secret missile door, so I used all five of my missiles on that door. I came through the door, and there was a save point and a missile door there, but there was no way to replenish my missiles. And then I went back to the starting point, which I assumed you need the Emerald Translator to get one way, and the other way was the way to Torvus. So there was, for me, I think you don't actually need that. Now that I think about it, you probably don't need the Emerald Translator, but for me it looked like I was soft locked.
Okay. Correct? Yeah, I think in elevator randomizer, the emerald door kind of stays down.
Oh, okay.
You would have to talk to confirm that with Dark Zero, though, because I'm not 100% sure. But normally in elevator randomizer, the emerald door is down, especially if you come from transport A access.
Yeah, it probably was, because I noticed that it was down when I came through it later. I was like, whoa, maybe I didn't have to reset back then. But from my perspective right then, I was soft locked, and I realized I can either cry about it for a bit, or I could restart and just go from there.
Credits to quick thinking, I'll say, I guess.
Yeah, I probably really should have just looked to that door, and I just assumed that the Emerald Translator was up there, so, or the Emerald Gate.
So yeah, how about Dark Beam? Shall we go from there?
Oh man. Okay, so there was another soft lock later on, where I went through the place that you normally go to get to Great Temple from Sanctuary. The Sanctuary Gate at Great Temple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sacred Path's elevator.
Yeah. So I went through there, and then I was stuck.
Temple Transport Amber. That's one way until you get there from Great Temple.
Yeah. So up to that point, I had gotten the Dark Suit, I had gotten the Light Beam, and I had gotten the Aegon Temple Key 2. Right? It was in the GMFC compound.
Mm-hmm.
When I reset my save, or I went back to my last save, and then I went and I got the Dark Suit, and I got the Light Beam, but I forgot to... Oh, I also got the Power Bomb from the GMFC. I forgot to get the Dark Aegon Key 2. So I was sitting there looking for the dark beam the whole time, and then I realized I was able to find the third Aegon key, and I realized, oh crap, the only place I can go is fight Amorbus. But I left the second Aegon key back at the GMFC compound. So that sucked.
Yeah, we were like constantly holding out hope, saying, "Oh, maybe it's super missile." Because then we saw the Dark Beam and Dark Aegon hint, and it was like, unless we come across super missiles sometime soon, yep, that's pretty much the only spot it could be.
Oh man.
Because we were constantly hoping. Because Zlo didn't check ventilation area A right away,
Which one is that?
or he didn't check it at all. It's the item just past the normally Aegon to Sanctuary elevator.
Oh yeah.
Right after Dark Samus 1, if you go through the light beam door.
Yeah. Okay, I can't remember what that was. That was the was the Dark Burst, I think.
No, Dark Burst.
No,
Well, Dark Burst was
the
Dark
Sonic
Beam.
Boom. It was
Yeah,
Sonic
that
Boom.
was Sonic Boom. You're right.
I just realized I had the Sonic Boom. I could have used that, but anyway. Yeah. So I was actually very pleased when I found out that fighting Amorbus paid off. You know, because I fought Amorbus and I was like, please be something good. But, so.
Yeah. At this point, and the other thing is you had to go to Trial Tunnel to get Amber Translator, then go back to Sand Cache for one of the keys. And then, so I profiled the whole seed, like, after Amorbus. So, I mean, we saw your pain trying to get Annihilator Beam without fighting Spider Guardian.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, I need to get the I've never actually seen that done. I know it's theoretically possible, but I was like, okay, I can either go search around for the Cobalt Translator, or I can, give it a go. And I was like, sure, why not? So I tried it.
I was telling Stitch Lord before that I had to learn the Screw Attack into Dynamoworks tunnel on the fly one day because the same exact circumstance, actually. My Go Mode Annihilator was there, and not only was Cobalt on Amorbus, but I deliberately passed up Aegon keys in Torvis.
Oh yeah.
So I wasn't about to go remembering where those were. So a couple of the other veteran runners kind of helped me learn the tunnel skip.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was actually like, there was a dark key. I'm not sure what it was in Torvis, in one of the tunnels, the water tunnels. I was thinking like, I can get that now, or I can just not. But if I don't, and I have to get that later, then that's kind of stupid. But luckily, I didn't have to end up going and get it.
Oh, so you were flying kind of blind at the end without any ability to check hints. Would you like to know where Emerald Translator was?
Where was it?
It was in Storage B, the Dark Beam room on the bottom right of Pirate Labs.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
which, to be fair, that could be easy to miss considering how far ahead Dark Beam was in the chain. But turns out Emerald Translator wasn't required. Your big saving grace was going to Fortress Transport Access after Light Suit to get super missiles.
Oh yeah, it was like, I looked at that, and I thought about that. Okay, what can I get with a Light Suit? I was like, oh crap, I forgot to go get that. I was over there anyway, I could have gotten that. And then luckily, I was swinging by there right after I was thinking that. I was like, okay, I'll just grab that real quick and see what it is. And I was very, very pleased with those things. Beyond that, the Alpha Blog thing. I've never actually fought Alpha Blog in the Randomizer before. I just know I hate that boss.
It's okay, nobody likes it.
So when I looked through that door, I was like, okay, I'm hoping beyond all hope that this isn't anything important. So I looked into the Cobalt, I was like, oh crap.
Yeah,
well,
I think
Dark Burst works very
I think it'd be worth learning the BSJ that you can do to get out of the there without fighting Alpha Blog. Also the BSJ in main reactor, so that if Dark Beam isn't something good, you can get out.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's a BSJ you can do.
I was trying to do something there.
Yeah, Zlo actually went and got Dark Burst by accident when he picked up when he fought Dark Samus 1 the first time and got soft lock, because yeah, Dark Burst doesn't work by itself.
Yeah.
And that door locks behind you as a dark door.
He was able to get out?
No, he wasn't able to get out because he went all the way in. He didn't have Dark Beam.
Yeah. I did the same thing, but I kind of went in there knowing that I would get the soft lock if it wasn't in it, but I just cut my losses and then saved right before going in the room.
Yeah, good move.
Did he not save before that?
No, he saved as well, but he actually went in the room and it locked behind him. You didn't go and get locked in there, but you still didn't get out of main reactor either way. So
I just went over there and reset the game.
Yeah, because unfortunately the spider ball tracks don't activate until after you reload the room either.
Yeah. That's why I went over to the save point and went back, because I had to reload the room to go.
So yeah, the full logic chain, it's actually like kind of convoluted and left and right-ish. So after, let's just go say after a Morbus and Dark Beam, because that's really where things started to get all haywire. So you had to go get Dark Beam, go get Dark Visor from Crossroads, because the Dark Beam was the only way to get it.
Yeah.
After Dark Visor, you go to Battleground all the way around because you don't have super missiles, and go get the light suit in Battleground. And with light suit in tow, you can go back to Fortress Transport Access and grab your super missiles. And then after supers, supers were locking something important.
It was getting into Torvus. You couldn't get into Torvus without supers.
Right.
Because you go through the Sanctuary and then you go into the lower part, but unless you have, or I guess you could with the Emerald Translator.
You could have, yeah. If you went to Storage B and used Emerald, you could have gone all the way around.
I'm kind of glad I didn't get Emerald, because like I would have gone through the boost ball place and probably had to go, or probably would have searched through that painful spider ball track up there.
Yeah, the other thing is lower Torvus and upper Sank were forced double dips by logic, because Central Area Transport West had gravity boost. Alpha Blog had Cobalt, Spider Guardian had Annihilator, and Transit Tunnel South had your last key.
Yeah, I did the double dip. Crazily enough, like I was about to go down to lower Torvus without the gravity boost, and then I thought, you guys probably saw it, but like I backed up and I was like, wait a minute, I could go over to the Screw Attack place or wherever that area is, and see what's there, and just having the gravity boost was there. So
yeah, you had some lucky saves, I guess, for lack of a better term. Especially, I mean,
because I was fine.
The real big one was getting super missiles.
Yeah, I really was flying by the seat of my pants in that for most of that thing, because I didn't have the translators. Okay.
Yeah. Dishlord, anything you want to add or ask away?
No, I think
it was quite a scene, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I think everybody's tired. It's almost 1 a.m. In the East Coast.
Oh yeah, sorry about that, you guys. It's my bad. Okay. Well, yeah, that's about it for me.
Yeah, so thank you for putting on a great show for us, Clyde.
Glad you guys enjoyed it. I was kind of worried that you wouldn't, because I'm kind of bad at the game, but.
Oh no, you did fantastic.
Okay, well, it was fun. It's first in the tournament I've actually completed. It's my first round I got soft locked with a really, really weird glitch. Second round I couldn't find the light suit, which I didn't realize you didn't need the light suit to beat the game. So I just the other person already beat it, so I was like, screw this. This is the first one yeah. I also I was wondering if you needed Echo to beat Dark Samus 3. I know that she has a phase.
You don't need Echo. She is vulnerable to damage even while she's cloaked. And if you shoot missiles, she will throw up her shield so you can see her.
Okay.
It's actually possible to skip Dark Samus 4 entirely if you use missiles to throw up her shield and then hit her with either charged Dark Beam or Screw Attacks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a pretty It's a pretty tough skip, though. Sometimes she'll just go to the center of the field after her damage threshold is hit, but you mashing Annihilator shots into her, you just need 26 of those, and she goes straight to DS4, so you don't even have to worry about Echo Visor.
Yeah, okay. Because I was worried. I was like, do I need to... do I need Echo Visor here? Or... But
Yeah, I'm not sure if the logic requires it. We don't even know where Echo Visor is. We never saw it.
I mean,
For all we know, it could have been vanilla.
Oh man, that would suck. That would really, really suck if you couldn't find Echo Visor and it happened to be vanilla.
Yeah, I think I had I lost a weekly to not thinking to check Dark Samus 2.
Oh man. That's rough. Anyway.
And we haven't brought this up, but yeah, I think based on what we've been seeing in Discord, I think imzlow did basically elect to forfeit the race.
That sucks.
Yeah, his internet died at 121, and then things just went kind of haywire from there. We do apologize to the folks in chat that kind of had to see that for a split second, but it's being sorted out by the admins. That's what they're there for. We're just here to call the race.
Yeah, I suppose I should take a look at what you mean by haywire on the VOD later on.
It's more like
Okay.
it's more like sort of behind the scenes logistical hiccups. It's not anything that happened on air.
Okay, let's see. So I didn't have grapple, I didn't get emerald, and I didn't get echo. That's a pretty good run, to be honest.
Yeah, you weren't, and you didn't really get waylaid by anything either. Like, there weren't any baits.
Oh yeah. I think the biggest problem I had was for sure the 3 soft locks.
Yeah, and actually, despite that, you still, well, granted there were other hiccups along the way, but you still ended up pulling out a win, so...
Yeah. I don't know. How far was he before he,
Quite far ahead, but we think, based on some stuff we were hearing in the background, or through, like, Discord and DMs and stuff, we don't think he found super missiles by the time you did.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very, very obscure place. For super
Yeah.
missiles. And if you don't have hint, like, you kind of just shooting from the hip on that one.
Exactly. But yeah, folks, at this time, we are going to be wrapping this up tonight. Once again, thank you all for watching. Once again, our next 2 matches this week are 9 p.m. tomorrow. Well, technically the next night. Tomorrow night, we'll just say. Wednesday, April 15th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Op 82 versus Bash Prime, with a Trivia Logic, random elevators, and random save start, and 1 to 3 items. And on Thursday, April 16th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Kirby Master versus Dev. Again, we hope to see you for those. Both of those matches should be fantastic. Also, Stitch Lord, I want to thank you for kind of taking the time out of your night to join me up here in the booth. By the way, thank you.
I know the solo commentary can kind of be tough.
Well, nevertheless, I do appreciate the help. So thank you.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you all for watching. Have a great night. Stay safe out there, and we will see you next mission.